Hi there, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here with one of,
Ladies and what?
ladies and gentlemen.
Let's do that again. Hi, ladies and germs. You don't start your interview like that.
Okay, with one of the most informative, intuitive guys I know, getting
Where
a
is he?
take,
I want to meet this guy.
getting a take on the motorcycle industry as a whole. Ladies and
Yes.
gentlemen, let me introduce you again to a good friend of ours, Mr. Dave Nichols, editor of Easy Rider and V-Twin Road Iron magazines. Dave, how are you, sir?
Well, you said it best, I think. Motorcycle industry as a whole.
We're talking about
As a whole. You drop into.
we're talking about baggers. Baggers here at the V-Twin are big. They always have been. But the ridership's getting a little older. Hey, guess what? I'll be 60 this year. And let's face it, young guys aren't interested in baggers. So what are you seeing on the horizon?
Well, the good thing is there's a couple of interesting things going on that, everybody that wants a bagger pretty much went out and bought a couple of them. And so there's going to be, even though there's going to be a continued interest in baggers and everything you can put on a bagger, you're going to see a lot of interest in dynos and even softails, definitely sportsters for the people coming in to the industry. But what's interesting is there was this huge upswing in dynas that was actually brought on by Sons of Anarchy. When young guys were seeing all the Sons of Anarchy stars riding dynas, they went out and bought them and painted them flat black, and they wanted to be like those guys. It's not that different from when I was in high school and I wanted to be then Kane Bronson, or Peter Fonda, know. So that started this thing. Like, we just had our Sacramento bike show. Half the bikes there were dynas.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's definitely a change.
And they all had, a lot of them had pretty interesting paint jobs and stuff, but they all had the little spindly handlebars and, they looked like the bikes from Sons of Anarchy. Well, there's a new TV series coming out that is about the Sons of Anarchy, the East LA version. So there's all these Cholo softails, and that's going to be a trend. You're going to see slam down softails with ape hangers and fishtails. You're going to see that next year.
Well, we've talked about baggers and that, but what else do you see? I mean, Triumph's resurgence.
Yeah.
They've had their banner year. The Indian Scout, a bike that makes 100 horsepower stock.
Right.
All those are coming up too.
Yeah, and you're going to see a lot of young guys getting into middleweight bikes, especially like the Scout. The interesting thing is watching what will happen to Indian now that Victory is no more, that we'll probably see more models. They'll put a lot more money and interest into Indian. They have the support of Polaris to do it. So that's all very good. Triumph, I love what Triumph is doing.
We went to the Bobber premiere when it came here to Cincinnati, and that is one outstanding bike that you really don't have to do a whole lot to if you like that look.
Yeah, in fact, I looked at that and I said, I would have one of those. You don't have to be a young guy to want, like a Bonneville type Triumph or that new Scrambler they have that's so cool looking. I mean, there's a lot of great stuff that's going on out there. So it's still a vibrant industry. It's just, we're the old guys now.
Yes, we are.
We've seen pretty much all of it. We've had choppers, we've had bobbers, we've had old bikes, we've kicked started bikes until we don't have knees anymore. So we're not the best people to ask about what the young guys are wanting, but they're not specific to Harley Davidson the way that there was a generation of bikers coming back from World War II that they were brand loyal. They were Harley guys. And so now the younger guys coming into it are not specifically brand specific. They're not brand loyal, even though a lot of them are really wanting old motors. They want shovel heads. They want to create bobbers and choppers the way it was done in the 70s, which is fascinating to me.
So what we're probably going to see as an uptick is a lot of performance parts,
Yeah.
a lot of redos as far as parts for FXRs and dynos and things like that. And again, it's just amazing to watch what these young guns are doing with these bikes.
And also look at what Paul Yaffe is doing. He's doing a performance bagger that is amazing. And so he's getting away from there's no big wheel in the front.
Right.
It's a real performance bagger that is, you know, carbon fiber, and I mean, watch for that kind of thing. That's where it's going to go.
We'll be looking for that feature in your magazine very shortly here, because I'm sure it'll make its appearance there. Given everything that's gone on this year and in the near future, yes, it looks like things are shrinking and compacting, but things are also changing.
Right.
And the market has to change with it.
Yeah, it absolutely does. And so what you're seeing is almost, you know, it really does. It ebbs and flows. And we got, at one point in time, everybody was building parts that were not necessarily the greatest parts in the world. And so the V-Twin Expo, for instance, was much larger a few years ago, but it wasn't necessarily filled with the parts that you would want to put on your motorcycle. And now it really is. And that's a positive thing.
It's winnowing out the chaff, so to speak.
Yeah, you won't see a lot of Gatling gun exhaust systems this year.
All right. And sir, as always, ladies and gentlemen, one of the main sources of information I rely on is Easy Rider, V-Twin, and Road Iron. Also, they have a new thing called the Easy Rider Scuttlebutt. I'm getting that online these days.
Yeah, that comes to you every Friday, I think it is, and it's basically just good information for riders to have. All kinds of things, from new products and parts to news items, even some jokes.
All right. So, hey, somebody wants to get on the website and take a look, or even subscribe to the online subscription.
Yeah.
Where are they going?
EasyRiders.com. And the digital magazine really is amazing because there's video, there's audio. I read the magazine to you, so you don't have to.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here with Dave Nichols, editor of Easy Rider, V-Twin, Road Iron magazines. Thank you for your time, sir. As always, it's a fun. We're signing off. Hey, peace.